Good morning. Today I'm going to be making my breakfast on this is the Kovea Supalite. It's supposed to be a 60-gram ultralight titanium backpacking stove. I am going to test this out by trying to make some breakfast, test out the simmerability, the boilability. I'm going to be making half a cup of oatmeal, steel cut oats. I've used this stove once before, and that was only to boil 2 cups of water as a boil test. So we'll really get a feeling for how this stove works today. Using my Toaks titanium, I think it's 1.2 liter pot, or 1200 milliliter pot. My oats. My water. The reason I'm using such a large pot for this is because oats have a tendency to like to boil over if you're not watching them very carefully. So I want to make sure that I'm not going to just boil over if I use maybe a 750 ml pot or a 1 liter pot. So I did not bring my fire steel out here with me, but I do have this box of matches. I'm going to light the stove with matches. There is no auto ignition on it, no sparker, so you would need a lighter, matches, or a fire steel to light this stove. Operation is simple. We'll just turn this down here and we'll get some gas. And that's all the way on. And I already have a simmer. Stir this up with my heavy cover sport. And once I get a nice boil, right before it boils over, I'm going to turn this down and simmer. I feel like oatmeal is a really good test to simmer control on a stove. It's a little too fast still, but gotta lift the pot off. Let's see if I can tone the stove down a little bit more. Wow, even at one of the lowest settings for the stove, there we go. So I'm just before the stove is going to turn off, and I'll show you guys what kind of boil I have. So that's the boil that I have with the stove just before turning off. So I was kind of hoping for more of a simmer than a boil, but I'll take it. I'll see how the oatmeal turns out. I want to take a minute and talk about my thoughts on this. I think it's an excellent performer. It boils water very quickly. It has a surprising amount of simmer control. I can see it being kind of windproof, how the pot supports kind of create a little wind block It's got a really nice big pot support for its size. It weighs in at the stove by itself at 59 grams. It also comes with a little bag. I'll slide under right here for you. Make sure you can see it. Yep. With the bag, it weighs in at 69 grams, or 2 3/8 ounces. The stove by itself is 59 grams, or 2 1/8 ounce. Great amount of power, huge amount of power in such a small package, such a lightweight package. A lot of really finite controls over the stove. How did it cook? Overall, it did great. You know, I had some issues. I definitely had burning on the bottom of the pot if I'm trying to actually cook a meal on it versus just trying to boil water. So can't really complain there. But it performed really well, really efficiently. At some point I will do an efficiency test versus other stoves, how much fuel it uses, but overall I definitely would recommend this stove to anybody looking for a great lightweight option.